Good morning, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Happy to have you here for our technical workshop for members by members. And today is going to be delivered by Skytech Engineering on breathing green, the evolution of living bowls for energy and air quality solutions. And it's going to be presented by Pio Vitarana, the Managing Director of Skytech Engineering. So I'm going to leave the floor to you, Pio, to tell us more about your to tell us more about your technical workshop. But I'm sure you're going to tell us a bit more about what's behind you, because for me, it's exciting what's going on.
Yeah. Hi. Good morning to everybody. And first of all, let me thank Emirates Green Building Council for giving me the opportunity. And also, I welcome all of you for this webinar about green walls, the evolution of green walls towards sustainable living, enhance air quality and energy efficiency, and various good things about green walls. So my name is Pio Vitarana. I'm from Skytech Engineering, and we are a manufacturer. Actually, we are a manufacturer of green walls. So we have gone through, uh, what is available in the market, and we have basically developed a product which is going to meet a lot of difficulties and different difficulties and challenges with regard to green walls. So I shall move on. So in the behind, what you can see are our innovations, actually, the green walls for indoors. So in the middle, you can see a fish tank. It's an aquaponic technology, basically. The fish is giving food for the plants, actually. So it's a sustainable unit altogether. And also fish is getting oxygen from the plants because the water is flowing down. I shall show it to you a little later. So I will move through my presentation, and so this is our topic: breathing green. So evolution of living walls for energy and air quality solutions. So we are present in UAE, and also we have a factory in Sri Lanka, and there are two types of green walls available in the market, actually. One is active type and passive type. Active, somebody may wonder, like, what is active and what is passive. Basically, what it means is, passive means there's a growing media, and active means there's no growing media. The nutrients are coming from the liquids, the water, actually. So they dilute all the nutrients in the water, and they allow the water to flow through the roots. So the plants get whatever the nutrients requirements from the falling water. So what you can see there is something like that. And here it's a passive type vertical garden. So there are differences, and there are different types of advantages when it comes to passive and active type vertical gardens. So I will move through. And so this is when I'm talking about the evolution, like when we were I mean, what I saw was, like, these are plastic pot vertical garden. This is available in the market. So plastic pots are good. I mean, it's very cheap, and also anybody can easily have a vertical garden with plastic pots. But only problem is there it has its own characteristics, goods and the bads. So I'm not condemning anybody, but, like, I mean, I'll just share with you what I understand. So maybe there may be better ideas other people are having. So you are most welcome to, tell me, like, if there's anything better than what I'm saying. Maybe I'm wrong sometimes. So feel free to tell me if I'm maybe at the finishing of the presentation. Let's talk about it. So characteristic of the normal plastic pot vertical garden is basically aeration only happens from the top of the plastic pot, because all other areas are very well closed. So air cannot go in. So what happens is, when it is exposed to the sunlight or maybe the atmosphere, so what happens is the plastic absorbs the outside heat and then transfers to the root structure. So what happens is, then roots find it difficult to live, and that may be one of the reasons why they are not doing so well. So, and also it has a couple of holes at the bottom for the aeration or excess water drainage. So what happens is, the roots will search for those holes, basically, to get more air, and they go and block it. And then what happens is when you put water from top, like through drip irrigation or whatever, water get accumulated, and the plants die. Basically, plants won't survive mostly. So otherwise, like, you will have to loosen the soil very frequently and allow the air to go in and maybe clean it. So it may be a difficult task in heights, actually. So if it is a vertical garden, so those are the main problems that we see. And also and the other thing is, like, the plastic pot gives a lot of space for the external surface, so for heat absorption. So this is, I mean, you can see there's a lot of plastic is being seen from outside, so where it can easily absorb the temperature and then when disturb the root growth. So then people understood the difficulty in this, so they developed something like this. This is a coke base material, actually. So this is not I mean, this is very recently also I saw in Korea, South Korea. I happened to visit there for some business activity, and I saw some vertical gardens made out of this. So and so those problems, whatever you saw in the plastic pot vertical gardens, are properly addressed here. Mainly, like, aeration is very good, so air is coming out, and no, I mean, it's coke, so coke won't absorb heat. And also the aeration is good, plants thrive there, it's very good. But only problem that I see is the durability factor. So maybe, like, when this was born, most of the people, like, say, was trying to say, if you are talking about sustainability, even I was told, if you're talking about the sustainability, the thing should decay within 5 years or 10 years or whatever. I think Lana may be knowing about it. So they were saying something like that. And maybe probably because of those things only, they developed this type of a thing for decay, because they were saying this type of structure should not get ended up in garbage dump sites and things like that. So they want to do something, to decay and finish within 5 or 10 years or whatever. So this is good, but only thing is, like, in a height, if you install it, there may be a bit of a difficulty and there may be a little bit of a danger. So that is one of the things. Other than that, this is a perfect thing. So people saw the problem, like, it's prevalent in Korea, and that part of the world is available. So I don't know whether it's available in Dubai, but I don't know, it is available in the market. So they saw it and they developed a different thing altogether. So here I say, the maintenance part, durability is a problem. Irrigation is happening in intervals. They are giving the irrigation. Roots are better protected from outside heat. Yeah, so those are the main things. So they develop a different structure. So you cannot, yeah, hold on, please. So this structure is basically, they have a kind of a guard in front. I mean, sorry, it's not visible here, which I will show it to you a little later. There's a bit of a guard in front, and they keep kind of, this is a bit of an active type vertical garden. So they put these type of bags inside, and let the water flow from top, and then it calls an active type of a vertical garden. So this is available in Dubai and also in various parts of the world. This is very popular, and this is a good thing, actually. I mean, the water is flowing from top, and it is giving good aeration for the plants. And outside, it's not exposed too much to the outside, so the heat is not getting absorbed. But only problem is they use this pouch, so the pouch get little bit hardened with time. The fungus start to grow on top of it. So then the water flows from top. What happens is, the media inside doesn't get, the water doesn't get absorbed into the media. So what happens? It just goes down around the pouch. So then after some time, the water comes out also, out of the vertical garden also. So this is a bit of a problem. Then thereafter they want to develop it further. So this is prevalent in Dubai. I mean, this is a good one. So the plastic is not too much absorbed. This is a good vertical garden, and also aeration is very good. You can take the whole thing out from the vertical garden and do the exchanging of plants. This is a good one, but only thing is, it's a plastic one, but that is somewhat better, and outside heat is not getting absorbed too much also. And the drip irrigation system is available in various intervals, then water penetrates. So this is a typical active type of a vertical garden. So this is what I said. There's a motor, and the motor sends water up and let the water flow down. So what happens is plants are receiving nutrients from the water. So it's a bit of a costly matter because you have to keep the motors running right throughout, because otherwise the plants will not receive the nutrients. So here you can see, this is actually, I got it from one of our competitors. They say they're talking about biophilia, indoor air quality, reduce SBS, sick building syndrome, and increase productivity, noise control. All that is there. But they don't talk about the energy efficiency because it is consuming energy. Other than that, this is a very good thing. And the only thing is, like, you have to keep the motors running and you have to be controlling the nutrients. But this is a good one. So I will show you, as I told you, about the vertical gardens, the active type one. So here it is, you can see the water is flowing down. There is a motor here that is running, and the water is taken up from here. And as you can see, and growing, this is not a, this is only as a, these are just pebbles. It doesn't have any nutrients. Nutrients are all provided by fish now. So this is aquaponics, but it's active vertical garden. So, and also the fish is receiving oxygen from the, the water which is falling down. Because this water is receiving a lot of its oxygen from the ground. And this is the passive type one. This is only the growing media, you can see is there available. And no water is falling. So no energy loss. It has its own tank. This pumps the water to the ground. And in both of these vertical gardens, you can see a lamp. These are grow lamps actually. So the grow lamps are giving uh, the required full spectrum sunlight, full spectrum light from artificial sources. So this has a full spectrum. Otherwise, the plants won't grow. So, and also, since it's a active type vertical garden, the absorption of heat is also uh, very good. Basically, the heat won't disturb the plant growth because it's the water is falling. So, and moving on. Okay. Okay. So this is our type of vertical garden basically. So we have uh, the wall mounted type ones, and also these type of vertical gardens. So in order to control the water supply, wastage of water, we give drippers to each and every pocket. So you give only the right quantity of water, no excess water. And also, if there's an excess water, it can just run through and it will go to the next pocket, and likewise it will go on. And the drippers are 2 LPH, and also each pocket can contain about 2.5 liters of soil, so which is sufficient for small plants. So these structures we can send it for indoor and outdoor both. But only problem is if it is a outdoor wall mounted structure, you have to fix it to the wall, and then you have to give a drainage point and also water inlet. So these are the indoor type ones which we just now saw, and it has its own tank because there's no requirement for drainage points uh, or water inlet or whatever. So there's a tank, and it has its own motor. So at the right pre-programmed interval, it will start to give water to the plants. and only the required, whatever, if there's an excess water, it will just go to the same tank, and it will circulate at the right time. And the grow lamp is there for the plants to grow if it is a totally indoor thing. And it's a mainly like it's a biofilter. We call it a biofilter. The reason is even the root structure is can absorb pollutants from, because it's a fabric pocket. So there's a control panel. This is the control panel. It has a Wi-Fi, has a small pump, very small pump, and a grow lamp dimmer, and also there's a timer. So this is for the light. And this is what I said about the aeration. Aeration is very good. And harmful pollutants, indoor pollutants, can be absorbed through the pockets as well. So it is basically a biofilter. So efficiently, if there's an excess water, it can drain out very easily, go to the next pocket. Likewise, it will go, and it will go. I mean, this can be used for both active and passive, both vertical garden. That's what you saw just now. And if it is an outdoor vertical garden, it will protect. I mean, since it's a fabric, thick fabric, it will protect uh, uh, the heat going inside to the, I mean, inside and harming the root structure. And also, the plants can be easily nurtured in the nurseries and can send it in. So no soil work in the site. So this is a typical example. I mean, this is a Dubai municipality in the middle. So the plants start to grow. The small weeds or maybe fungus or whatever start to grow even on the surface of the material, because it gives the perfect place for small plants to grow. So this is what happened. I mean, if it is a fabric pouch or whatever, the plants start to grow. So these are the components that we use. We use two LPH trippers and LLDP lateral lines, which can take up to about 5 bar pressure. And the steel structure is galvanized and painted with marine quality paint. And the material that we use is manufactured in Italy. It's a purpose-built material, and it's a UV stabilized purpose-built material made out of polypropylene fibers. So what is mostly important is like I mean the durability of this particular material. Because this is a long-lasting material. Since it's a virgin quality material, it can last long, and it's tested even before importation. We test for the strengths and all other parameters, and we import it. Even in the factory, we test it. So, how green walls benefit actually? So, indoor passive type green walls effectively reduce the indoor carbon dioxide loads and reduce the requirements for uh, building mechanical ventilation system. And the requirements for, I mean, you cannot totally eliminate the mechanical ventilators. You can have it, but you can reduce the number of occurrences, the mechanical ventilators opening and closing. Basically, as you know, I mean, when people are living in the buildings, through respiration, we emit carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide have to be taken out and send the fresh air inside. So, so the mechanical ventilator does that same thing through the HVAC system. So opens up and closes the mechanical ventilator. So you bring in the hot air inside, cool it, and send it in. So that is what the HVAC is doing. So this can be reduced basically. I mean, the vertical gardens are also doing the same thing. So you can have a lot of vertical gardens inside, but I mean, it has to be a passive type. That's what the research says. Because passive type vertical gardens do not emit, they reduce the relative humidity. Because the other one, active type ones, they've always continuously the water is falling, so humidity levels goes up in the environment. So what happens is like if you are putting a lot of vertical gardens inside, then the ACs may be, I mean, HVAC system may be finding it difficult to reduce the humidity levels. So so it increases the relative humidity, but this one actually it reduces the relative humidity. And because even from the surrounding, from the wall, the roots absorb the humidity around. And also it improves the indoor air quality by absorbing harmful pollutants, the VOCs, PMs, and stuff like that. So even the surface absorbs the pollutants. So this is a short video about our product space. So these are the standard sizes. So these about the indoor vertical gardens. So these are the types of plants that we generally recommend for indoor type vertical gardens. So the chlorophytums, and these are money plants and English ivy. And there are peach lily, Cincinnati, Racina. And these are some of the projects that we did. Thank you very much. And any questions?
Plenty of
Lana,
questions.
I think I'm ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, to our members, if you like to say your question by yourself, I mean, I can give you mic access, or I can go ahead and just type for me, of course, in the chat box. If you want mic access, I'll do that. But we're going to start with the first question by Utpal. And it says, how much extract cooling load required with it? I think extra cooling load is required with this, or it will reduce cooling load. And I believe, maybe you can clarify, it was on the active walls, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll wait for Utpal just to clarify that aspect.
Yeah.
Yes, we have Mr. Khalid, I think. Just give me a second to give you mic access.
Yeah.
Enable mic. And enable camera.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you very much, Pio, for this really interesting presentation.
Thank you
When
so
I
much.
visited the EGBC offices, I was really impressed by the panel that is provided there. It really gives some life to the place and to the office. So,
Wonderful.
as I understood that this lives indoors, but what is the operational cost?
Yeah. Operational cost, actually, with regard to maintenance, as I told you, maintenance will be very much less. Actually, it's working with a 100-watt lamp and a normal vertical gun. Maintenance wise, the plants start to grow there itself. Like, I mean, the initial cost is the only thing, and thereafter, like, I mean, maintenance wise, there's hardly anything. The pumps are very, I mean, if it is active vertical gardens, yes, it's a new thing. I mean, it's something new that we have introduced. And but other than that, the operational cost wise, it's very bare minimal. The plants start to grow, thrive there basically because of the lamp. The lamp is only 100 watts, that's all. And generally that they say if you have a 2 square meter vertical garden, it can purify about 2 meter cubes of air. I mean, within 1 hour.
So it will not increase the humidity inside the space.
That is the thing. So if it is an active vertical garden, humidity levels will come down. That's what the research says. I can share with you the
Ah,
research articles or whatever. But the research says it will reduce the relative humidity by 2.6% if you have an active vertical garden.
right. And you said that it lasts long. What is the roughly the lifespan
Lifespan,
of the system?
the system lifespan, is it?
Yeah.
Yep. The system lifespan is actually, I mean, without putting any fertilizer for a active type passive type vertical garden, normal basic vertical garden, it will last for 1 year without putting any fertilizer with whatever the remaining in the growing media. And maybe after that also, like, it will, I mean, this will last for more than, I mean, the fabric part, it will last for more than 25 years without a problem, because this is a purpose built UV stabilized material. So we are giving anyway, in our case, like, we are giving a 3-year guarantee on the material, on everything, totally, the vertical gardens.
Right. Sorry, Lana, I'm taking I have too many questions. Can I continue, or
Please ask.
someone else is
Please ask.
waiting? Okay.
Go ahead. We have, I mean, after yourself, I'm gonna go with Utpal and then Mr. Samiullah, and then we have one more. So it's quite interesting that people are interested to ask. But we have a lot of time because it's scheduled up until 12. So I hope
Right.
everyone
No problem.
I will
go
try.
ahead.
I will try not to take too much time. Uh, roughly, what is the cost of a panel?
Cost per panel, is it?
Hmm. Like the
Yeah.
one in
So
EGBC.
what you can see, this one, right? The normal
Yeah.
one.
Yes. No, the one that
Yeah.
you would recommend. The one that you would recommend.
The one that I recommend is this one is for Indo. Uh, I
Yes.
must first of all ask from Lana to get permission from you, from the Emirates Green Building Council, whether I am permitted to give you this. You have specifically mentioned that this is, let it be a technical session. But anyway,
Okay.
if you want, I can
Okay.
just give a
Then
ballpark figure. It's about roughly about. I mean, the one
yeah.
I recommend, like, it's a 1 square meter would cost around 2,500 dirhams, like, per square meter, roughly,
Yeah.
indoor outdoor.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. So we're gonna go now and give the access to Utpal. Plenty of questions, so you can ask them yourself better, so they're clear rather than me trying to understand. Maybe
Yeah, sure,
I hope I'll portray them correctly.
sure. Thank you. Hi, I'm basically I'm from HVAC side, so my question is related to HVAC. Will it reduce the cooling load, or will it increase the cooling load? And I saw on the active side there was one solid desiccant shown on the top. So what is that? Is it connected to HVAC? Is it standalone? What sort of system is
No,
that?
no, 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 no.
On
It's
one
not
of the
connected to
slides,
HVAC anyway. Yeah, no, no. It is not ours actually. It's one of our competitor product. I mean, I just took it. I mean, you can connect it because this is we are a manufacturer. You can, if you want, you can connect it, but because this is not made in such a way, because this is just, you can put it. This is a perfect retrofit. You can just put it inside, and you can connect it to the HVAC. I mean, that's a different story because we had to do. I mean, this is not made for. We had to develop it
no, you
further
see,
to
okay,
get into
okay,
the that level, because there are fans and various type of things. Yes, we can develop that, there's no problem, but this is just, you can just fix it, I mean, take it and do it like that.
okay. Cooling load wise,
and
you
and
say it will absorb heat. Is there any idea per
It
square
will
meter how
absorb heat.
much
Yeah, it will absorb heat, and also it will absorb the humidity also.
humidity? Okay. And any
Yeah.
idea per square meter how much it can reduce, or any watts, how much cooling it is taking off from the air?
Uh, I'm sorry to inform you that I have not done a research in that area, but I'm ready to do it. I can help you to do it also. I can do it with you in Dubai.
All right. Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Actually, that would be good because we and if, this last question is indoor air quality improvement. You said it
Yep.
does takes VOCs and ppm matters.
Yep. Yep.
Any data on that also? Is there anything that you said two square meter, 2 cubic meter, 2 square meter, right, of air it can purify in
I
one
said
hour?
yeah, one square meter, one square meter, 1 cubic meter can be cleaned within 1 hour. That's what the
1 hour.
research says, and yeah, that's what I also feel with our
And
little
what sort of
study.
like reduction on ppm or VOC? Any idea in that research?
There was
Because
research
people will
done.
ask
I can
for
share
some
with.
data.
Come again, please.
Somebody will ask for data. Okay, if I'm installing this, what is my reduction in ppm or VOC? What we can answer?
I should be able to share with you. Maybe if you can give me your email address. I mean, I must be having it with me. The research studies that it was done. Or if you can give me share with me your email address, so I can just send you the research papers related to that.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much.
Thanks for your
Next
question.
is Samiullah. I'm going to give you now access, your mic. I hope it works this time because I think last time we had and
Yeah.
camera if you wish.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, terrific.
Yes.
First, thank you very much, EGBC, for organizing this event, and Mr. Pio for the presentation. Really appreciate it. Um,
Thank you, Mr.
because I'm
Sam.
the third questioner, and so many questions which I wanted to ask is already been asked and you answered. So that's made my life a lot more easier. But I am
Yeah.
more specifically interested in two things. One, of course, is the total life cycle cost, because as a building developer, we work on large projects. So we want to know what would be the total life cycle cost and cost of maintenance, because all this needs to go into the owners
Correct.
association and needs to be approved by RERA. That is number one.
Correct.
And we'd appreciate it if you can share the data like what you have promised to the people who have attended. One thing
Sure.
which I just
I will.
wanted is that we have tried such solutions before as a retrofit on the wall, and we have found that behind the wall we have mold formation because of humidity.
Correct. Yep.
And so then we stopped using fabric material, and then we went into plastic and other material. So how does your solution prevent the mold formation on the wall? Because when you put water for these plants, then immediately behind it you have the mold formation and the dampness which gets communicated.
Correct. Perfect. Yeah. For that, like we have put a waterproofing layer. Even I can show you. Even in this vertical garden, there's a waterproofing layer. So you can just take it in or put it in. I mean, the water won't go out actually. So there's a waterproofing layer, a PVC layer behind. So the moisture will not escape from there. So whatever the water, whether it's active or passive type vertical garden, whatever it is, there's a PVC layer. We have fixed it in order to prevent the water moving out, escaping from the fabric pockets.
No, but the mold formation behind it, are you confirming that mold formation will not happen behind?
No, mold formation like the fungus, yeah, it may happen, but you can eliminate that. I mean, there are fungicides, there are certain chemicals that you can be putting in, which are going to be healthy. I mean, otherwise, like I mean, it may be healthy for plants also sometimes. So which is going to be those microbes may be helping the plants to grow better, and it is helping uh, the system.
Okay. And will you be providing a turnkey solution for this?
Sure, we can do it.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lana.
Thanks, Mr.
You're
Sam.
welcome.
Thanks, Mr. Sam.
Next is Sabine. I'm going to give you access. I see your hand up. So would you like to ask your question?
Yes, hello, good morning, everyone. I believe also that most of my questions were answered before, but for the to check the effectiveness or the efficiency of this technology, were there any IAQ audits done before implementation and after, just to compare, not only through research, but as reference projects that were implemented within the UAE? Also, same question, similar question to the one I can hear my voice. So a similar question to the question asked by the participant before. We have under our portfolio big يعني clients and big facilities like malls, like airports. So the cost is very important for us to be able to further or deeply or thoroughly assess this technology. And I'm not sure if you mentioned at the beginning the type of the, or what is the species or the type of the plants that are being used. If this information can also be shared, it would be very, very important for us.
Yeah.
Basically, that's it. These are my questions.
Yeah.
Thank you.
In my presentation, I shared with you some of the species that you can be putting in, like, those I can share with you again if you like. I mean, yeah. What was the other first
Please,
question
because
you asked? I'm sorry.
yeah, yeah. Did you have any lab tests or like IAQ audit
Yeah,
reports or
yeah. The
results for
research.
reference projects?
Yeah, yes, we have loads of research available with us also, which I can share with you. And if you can give me your email address, I can share with you. There, those were done in the labs, and I think I should be able to share with you those, and which confirms, like, I mean, there are a lot of research done in this area of IAQ. Yeah, we can give you.
Sure, I will share. I'm not sure if I can share my email in the chat box. Not
Chat
that nice.
box. Yeah, sure.
I can I, I can get
Yeah,
it
please.
if you cannot share, don't worry. And anyways, all this presentation and the video will be uploaded on the video on our YouTube page, the presentation on our website with all the
Thank
information
you.
there. But sure, whatever
Mm,
Mr. Pio wants to share as research, I can easily forward to all of you here. So
sure,
next,
sure,
we're
sure.
going to go to our member
Just one
Azra.
question before.
Go ahead.
Just one more question. If some of our clients
Please.
would require, like, would request for a PO, POC, proof of concept, like a trial project for a small area, or would you be interested to
Yeah,
implement
of course,
such
of course.
POC?
Yeah, I'm very much interested. We can talk about it.
Please. All right, perfect. Thank you so much.
So I'll specifically connect you with Sabine. Okay.
Appreciate, appreciate.
So next, I'll give access to Azra, and we also have Azzuddin. So just bear with me, please. Azra, you got your mic access and camera in case you want to open that as well.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Lana,
Hi, good
for
morning.
this insightful presentation. Thank you, Piyu. I have a
Thank you.
question pertaining to, vertical farming, urban farming. Currently there's been a recent trend, and there was also a recent, panel discussion hosted by Emirates Green Building Council at Expo 2020 about open green spaces. In pertinent to that, and also for the need for hydroponic and vertical farming, how easy is it, or is there any kind of research intervention being conducted in terms of vertical, doing vertical farming using these walls?
Yeah, there was research done, but only thing is like, I mean, I think you're talking about vertical farming, the crops that you can, I mean, the edible stuff, right? I mean, not for beautification. So here we are
Yes.
showcasing all the beautification stuff. Basically, it's going to be useful for indoor air quality improvements, and even those, I mean, you can do, but only problem is, as I told you, our pockets are designed for 2.5 liters, so which is not so big, but maybe different types of plants will require, it has its different type of root structures where it will give their fruits. So that is where the only challenge. So then we have to customize to match its requirement, but also they say, I mean, when you're growing something for food, I mean, small plants you can entertain without a problem, and but otherwise, like, I mean, we are not, I'm not a grower, so I mean, maybe you can, I mean, whatever possible to grow you can grow, but research has to be done properly. But I do not have any research in hand, but I can certainly help you if you have a particular plant that you are intending to grow with 2.5 liters or even more than that. We can do it, and we can do a research, and we can help you, certainly. I mean, only challenge is like, if you're talking about hydroponic, the technology has to be, I mean, it's a challenge. I mean, you have to have the right technology, you must know the nutrient levels the plants require and things like that, which I'm not very good in that. Actually, I'm just a manufacturer. So but maybe a
Right.
grower can help you. I can help you with my materials. I mean, if you have something in hand, or if you want to do something, I can really certainly help you.
Of course. Thank you. Obviously, this is it's going to be a lot of back and forth, and it would require a lot of trial and
Yeah,
error measures on
yeah, yeah,
conducting, but it definitely worth taking this up as a case study in the
yeah.
next days to come, especially
i
for
I can certainly help you.
especially for hotels which are in the commercial district, like on Sheikh Zayed Road.
Mm,
We have like various space issues in terms of installing an urban farm, and
yeah,
ideally we would like to use our existing spaces like the car park basement or the podium level to
yeah,
grow an indoor farm that could support our F&B
yeah,
outlets. So,
yeah,
probably that could be an area of, a point of concept research.
yeah,
You could install like a sample
yeah.
unit and see
True.
what's the outcome.
Yeah, 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 sure.
This
You can, but only thing is, there's a little bit of growing technology has to be blended. I mean, we are more than the nutrient levels and various type of things which we have to gather. Maybe strawberries you can grow. We have been testing also. I mean, not that we are not interested or whatever. Like, we are doing testing, and we also consult various consultants regarding growing strawberries, different types of herbs and stuff like that. But still, it's on. I mean, we are still studying, so I'm ready to do it. I'm also doing it. So let's see how we can do together. Even in Dubai, we are trying. I mean, we are working with certain people. So I don't have much of a lot of information to share with you as to how you can grow and stuff like that. We are also testing.
Interesting. The second question I have is in terms of the irrigation supply for these, vertical walls, green walls. Is how uh, have there been any, experiments done on like connecting like the AC condensate water to feed into the irrigation supply instead of using potable water?
Come again, the air conditioned water, right? Is
Like
it?
air conditioning condensate. Has that
Oh,
been?
I don't think that it is sufficient, because I don't know how much water is emitting. But generally, at least a small pouch of 2.5 liters will require at least 100 ml of water. So then number of pouches, 1 square meter of our green wall will contain about 36 pockets. So you need a little bit of water. So that is where the issue. I do not know how much AC water is being emitted. So that is we need to know how much water is been. But rainwater harvesting is possible, but I do not know how much water. That has to be, if you can gather information, yes, we can do it. I will know how much water this product will require.
Sure. I can do a bit of research and get back to you about the specifics and how much of the
Please, yeah, please
quantities,
do let me know.
is it
Yeah,
conducive.
yeah.
Great. Thank you,
Thank you
Mr.
so
Pio,
much.
and thank you, Lana. I think I've
Thanks.
clarified most of the questions. Really interesting topic. Thank you. Bye.
You're
Thanks.
most
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank
I'm
you so
loving the
much.
conversation. So now to Azzuddin, I gave you mic access. And in case you wish, there's also camera access. So go ahead, please.
Yeah, good morning, Lana. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you. Actually, it's a very interesting
Yeah.
topic.
Good morning.
My name is Azzuddin, and I work at Emicool. We're a district cooling service provider. So the topic of indoor air quality and how we can enhance it has been one of my favorite topics since I moved to Dubai. Because when you move to Dubai, to UAE, you spend most of your time indoors. And moving forward to link it from a technical perspective, we started studying the indoor air quality in our office, which is supplied by district cooling. We were collecting various touch points about indoor air quality and how some plants could actually enhance the quality of air indoors, not just using the technology of Skytech. However, that would be also interesting to understand if mass supply of the plants that could clean the air internally, what would be the impact? So it's still an area of study. However, we have been collecting data and we can reflect it on humidity, on consumption of cooling, as well as the indoor air quality based on the design of the ducts and the operation of the fresh air handling unit. And of course, every office usually has an indoor plant. However, my question, and we would be more than happy to share our experience. And I'm so curious by other attendees if any of them are basically capturing any data about the indoor quality of any facilities they are currently managing, because this is where things should start, basically. Now, my question to Pio is, plants need water, and they do a good job in regulating humidity. This is basically what I do at my home. I monitor the same things related to indoor air quality, and what do plants do. But if we want to implement the solution that you are providing, I'm interested in understanding water, the water aspect of it. So there will be a pump, there will be noise. Where will we be feeding the water from? I believe the lady before asked if the condensation water from the air conditioning, which I believe it's distilled water, so it doesn't have minerals. It's not good for the plants. It needs to be augmented with minerals. But the tedious aspect of watering the plant, I wouldn't consider it tedious, but how is it handled? What does it require? And is there a pump doing the work?
Yeah. Yes, basically, I mean, if you're talking of a vertical garden of we need at least about 3 bar pressure. It's not a normal pressure actually. 3 bar at the bottom of the vertical garden of 10 feet tall. I mean, so that is, I mean, we will be having our pumps also, but I mean, normal pressure is sufficient. Like we're talking of a 3 meter tall or 3.5 meter tall vertical garden. So it's a but 3 bar pressure is sufficient.
Yeah, so it needs a electricity source and water source, and there will be a pump feeding the structure.
Yep.
Okay.
If it is a wall mounted vertical garden, something like that, what you can see there,
Sorry?
it's a wall mounted thing. So we have just given just the normal water pump. I mean, just the normal water is sufficient. Like, I mean, it will work perfectly. The drippers work with 3 bar pressure. So it gives the right quantity of water, all from top to bottom, just 2 liters per hour, the small drops of water. So normal water source is sufficient. Like, I mean, if you have a normal tap water is sufficient. But only thing is, like as you said, the distilled water may not be the best, but yeah, it should be normal. I mean, we are not done at TDS for water, but not uncontaminated normal water drinking. Not normal water is all right, I feel. I mean, that's it. Or if you have polluted water, then we can, I mean, normal, I mean, we can have a filter also from outside.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Does anyone have any more questions or would want some mic access? I think not. So thank you, Pio, for this presentation. Thank you to our
Thank you
members
so
for
much.
attending. Again, the presentation will be uploaded and the
Thank you
research,
so much
inshallah,
to
will be
everybody.
shared. I took note of all those who asked for the research. And I have just one
Yeah.
request, please. I'll be sharing a form through the chat box. It has been sent before to see if you, what timings and mode of presentation do you prefer for the technical workshops generally. And I'd appreciate your feedback if you haven't shared that already. I'll be sending it now. It's in the chat box. And then Mr. Pio, if you have any last like conclusion comments and so on, and then we'll just close this off. But thank you, everyone.
Yeah, basically, yeah, thanks a lot for everyone. I mean, I shared most of the things. But if somebody want to ask more questions from me, I'm more than happy to answer, and I'm available in UAE right throughout. I mean, if you want my contact details, you can get it from Lana, and I can work with anyone and who is interested to get more details or for research purpose or whatever, mockups or whatever. I'm more than happy. So thank you very much for giving me time to explain about our products and the vertical gardens. So we are looking forward to have a greener UAE. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Have a lovely weekend.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Yeah.